All right, what is up, everyone? We are back, and you've made it to course number 23 of playing the #1 course in all 50 states. We are in Montana. Let's get into it. All right, just pulled up to the course. We're in Makoshika State Park playing the Buccaneer Flats layout. This is evidently the biggest state park in Montana. Obviously there's national parks, like I think Yellowstone's like on the complete opposite side of the state or kind of comes into it, but this is the biggest state park and it is incredible. This is very Badlands-esque landscape, and I'm like, I don't honestly, at this point, obviously I'm sure I will by the time I start playing. I don't even really care how the course plays right now because this is like so beautiful. I just have a thing for mountains, you know what I mean? And so I'm super stoked with how this course looks at the moment. I'm ready to just get started. Okay, so we've got 18 holes today, and normally I play from the longest, hardest layout, or try to, unless like there's been certain cases where the like a shorter layout has been ranked #1 specifically. There's only one layout today, that's all we're playing. However, there are apparently 9 of the 18 holes that have a pro layout or like a professional like pin location. So like for instance, hole 1, there's like a 260 something, and then there's like a 489 par 3, which is what I will be playing for this first hole. So there's gonna be a few where we play different tee pads, but like I'm trying to play the longest possible. All right, so yeah, like I just said, 489 par 3. That's a haul for sure. 3 is gonna be great on this one. We do have a little bit of a tailwind actually. So we're just gonna let it rip. I think it's this basket that's dead straight. There's like a short one left, and then I think there's one just further straight. I hope that's it. You know what I mean? They don't have it on UDisc. They have the 261 or 67 layout on there. So I actually don't even know if I'm really throwing to the right basket. Oh, his nose up. Good rip though. All right, interesting. So we're down in there. I don't know how far that is though. I noticed just, I could tell that was nose up because like, I think when I'm coming through, I'm like, because the disc is like this, I want it to be like this, but when the disc comes like this, I'm like swooping, and that's where I'm getting the nose up. So I'm just gonna try to get it flat. It's definitely flatter, hit the pole. Okay, sword's gonna be better for sure. All right, hopefully you can hear me. I love this and hate this at the same time. There's like these little, basically just like islands, you know, plop down everywhere. And I gotta throw over this one onto the other one. I don't know if this is a play, but we're gonna go like kind of chop tomahawk. This is either gonna be really good or really bad. Okay. Hit something hard. I'm short of it for sure, but might be a bogey off one here. All right, hopefully you can see me. We're getting some scenic shots here. Probably gonna be a bogey here because I gotta go up and around this tree, but it is what it is. Now sit. All right, that's all I wanted. Sit on top, tap in bogey. All right, hole 2 is another pro layout hole, 504 feet. We're playing up to that basket sitting kind of on the hill. Long way. So far, really cool landscape. The fact that they do just have kind of like these almost just like islands everywhere, and that's just kind of where they're plopping holes. It's kind of interesting actually, like the multi-use. So this doubles as hole 1 and hole 2 recreational layout. So like you could play the long pin on hole 1, but if you play the short, you got to go back and play to the same basket. But sitting, I don't know, it's a really cool green to access. I'm like, maybe I could probably almost reach the basket with my hand from like the back corner of the tee pad. So like that's how close it is. Let something rip here. Par 3, tough, you know, 500-foot par 3 is tough, especially when the basket plays uphill. Gonna let it rip. Really don't want another bogey, but honestly, I'm fine with bogeys today just because like the landscape is so crazy. All right, I think we're gonna go sword again. Still kind of tailwindy. I think this one all right. I'm gonna try to throw flatter to try to get some turn out of it, but just throw as far as you can. I hope that's in frame because that, I put a move on that. Holy cow. Pulled it, that went really far. Okay, yeah, I put a pretty good move on this. Granted, once you kind of crest over, it does come downhill, but still, I probably threw this like 480 feet. I'll take that for sure, even with a little bit of downhill. Now we're playing way back uphill. I'm just gonna go zone forehand, just try to plop it on top of the hill and hopefully get out of here with a par. Too far? Kind of got a hold of that one too. I think I'm putting, but that was really far. Did go long, not crazy, I'm about 20 feet long probably, but putting back into the headwind. So kind of scary putt, because if I miss long at all, we're going right back down where we came from. Stay up. Yes. All right, that feels good. Headwind putt, granted it's not crazy wind, but it's enough to make you think about it. All right, another pro layout here, hole 3, 590 feet. Big shot off the tee. It is a par 4, which is huge. So just throw something out there. We're going to like the green bush. We're going to, it's right in front of that guy. So big shot, up shot, wind's blowing hard. So let me watch the camera. Hopefully tap in a birdie. All right, I think I'm gonna go like beat up ride. Pretty flat, just hope it rides pretty straight. I just need something ideally on top of this flat. I don't want to be down in a ditch, just somewhere on top of the flat that I can have maybe like 200 into the basket or something. Holy smokes. Yeah, actually that's probably exactly what I just did right there. That feels good. Man, it's so cool watching the disc when you're playing like downhill like that, especially when you hit an angle right, and it's just floating. Because it feels like I threw it really far, but it's so far downhill that it's like, I didn't really throw it that far. You know what I mean? All right, we landed on the flat. Exactly what I wanted. Look at this backdrop though. So sweet. We're gonna go Captain's Raptor, just hyzer forehand into the basket. Nothing like, I don't have to pump it out hard, just throw it nice and flat, let the stability do its thing. Go in. Oh, I think that's actually pretty short. Yeah, we're close, very similar distance to last hole, if not even a touch closer. Probably could have let that one like throw it harder, but I was not anticipating, but I wanted to throw justice, but I thought it was too far with the headwind, so I clubbed up and then just threw this guy too soft. Let's go. We're back on the Innova disc catchers, baby. I love these things. All right, someone comment down below. Tell me what lives in that thing. All right, short pin is here. Long pin is that flag right there. All right, we're back to even par. Hole 4, it's like 167 or something. It's right down here. That's the short one. I'm gonna throw one at that just to try to ace it, but the actual hole I'm going to is the long one I showed you with the flag. It's like 330, I think it said. Got to get over the ridge though, so definitely throw something that like plays further than that, because you don't want to be short and have to like basketball shoot it like up and over the top. All right, I threw this guy all over the place. Where was I last? South Dakota, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Probably a little bit of hyzer, hope it kind of flips up flat and then just crashes. I just have to make it over this ridge line. Go in the basket. That I think is ideal actually. That skipped off the top and then just funneled right down. The basket's sitting pretty tight on the other side, so that actually might be parked. Yeah, this worked out perfectly. We skipped kind of off the top, probably over where you're sitting, and just rolled out to about 10 feet. This, I don't think I could have thrown like a much better shot. Yeah, love that. All right, under par here. This next hole looks daunting, mostly because you can't see the basket, but we'll get there. All right, hole 5, another pro layout. I'm guessing just the front 9 will be the pro layout, and then maybe the back 9 kind of plays the same layout as the recreational or whatever they're calling it. Well, we've got a 696-foot par 4. It looks to be relatively straight. It is just, like maybe this tree, like this guy right here, it might be sitting somewhere around there. Just big shot. You got to get it high though, because if you stick in this, then that's really bad. So something that's high over this ridge, find the basket, throw a second, and hopefully get a birdie from there. All right, I think we're gonna go turn here because I want something a little flippier so I can throw it on hyzer, because it's easier for me to throw hyzer high than it is try to throw like something flat high. So something a little flippier. I just basically, anything over this ridge is what I want. Okay. They're probably cut out somewhere. We're gonna have to find that one, but probably gonna be a really long upshot into the basket. All right, course flow is definitely an issue. So I'm on hole 5 longs. I threw off the tee. 1, took me forever to find this disc. 2, I'm looking at U-disc because obviously I can't see. I'm like, is that the basket? No. So I'm looking at U-disc. U-disc has me pointing that way for hole 5. So I was like, what? So I walk all the way back to the tee pad, look at hole 5 again. It's pointing that way, but it's just the short. They don't have like a pro layout. It's just the short layout. So I'm like, okay. So hole 5 longs matches with hole 8 short. That's not to the same basket, just same tee pad. So I went back. Hole 8 is that way somewhere. Hole 5 long is that way somewhere. So no joke, and that's the beauty of editing. This was like at least a 20-minute endeavor of walking, 1, to find the disc, 2, not knowing where the basket's at, can't find it, going back, looking, no, it's not that way, finding it again, coming back, putting the disc, I think I'm within probably 10 feet of where I landed initially. So we're throwing that way. That's all I know. We're throwing that way. Hyzer, it's a long ways. I just want to get a 4 and move on from this hole. Never know, never know. Very manageable 4 here. I'm exhausted. I think we'll probably just go proto putter backhand. Kind of like a, what is that, Ezra Robin spin, little jump throw kind of. Pulled it, but we're close. All right, we're moving on. Hole 6, and let's just for reference, I'm just gonna tell you, like, I started this scorecard at 9:31 a.m. It is now 10:45 a.m. So I've been playing for an hour and 15, and I am starting hole 6. And that is not because of the difficulty of the course or anything like that. That is purely course flow and just looking for the discs. The grass, and I think there's only so much you can do with like parks and stuff as far as maintaining goes. I think you're kind of supposed to just let nature run its course out here. So the grass is really, really high. A lot of bushes and weeds and whatever everywhere. So not super favorable as far as looking. Plus there's a lot of just blind tee shots when you're playing from the longs. Like I think I would enjoy the shorts way more because the flow would be a million times better. And well, I mean the flow, I would know exactly what basket I'm going to because I can see it. So that being said, hole 6 is like a 598 something, I forget, par 4. It's just way out there. Then it's supposed to be up and to the left. Just gonna be big shot. I kind of like the way this turn's flying today, so gonna throw him. It's a little headwindy, so we'll see what happens. It might flip too much, but throw it out on hyzer hard, let it flip. If it turns, great. Par 4s are fine. It's just gonna take me forever to find the disc after this. Okay, that was way too much hyzer, dude. Okay, that's in a really bad spot. Sweet. In case anyone was wondering, it's now 11 o'clock, so I just spent another 15 looking for that disc. Found it, which is great. However, this course is just over 5,000 feet, and it's gonna take me 3 hours to play this course because I'm just looking every single time. I'm up, and this is another thing too, is I thought I would have been, because I was so nose up, ton of hyzer, I thought it would have been way up on the hill. I'm literally on flat ground, so it's just like deceptive too that like, I didn't throw it very far, and it ended up being fine, I guess, but it's just nowhere where I thought the disc was going to be. So I'm looking like up here, just freaking rock climbing everything, looking for it. And then finally I'm like, all right, let me just go. So, set my back, set the camera down so I can really look. And like, as I set it down, it's just like right there. Probably, I mean, I was looking at least 150 feet shorter than where I thought it was. Anyways, I'm tired. You can see the tee sign for the next hole. It's sitting just short of that. So it's just hyzer into the basket. I don't know how far it is. I just went up and looked, but I think this is a par 4, so we can still get a birdie. That's actually really good. Didn't hear chains, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? All right, it is straight up better to be lucky than good. Can't see the basket. I kind of had a general idea. You just throw a shot, hope it's good, play from there. Also, I broke my thumbnail on that shot. All right, this is a really cool shot. 424, par 3. That's not the cool part. The cool part is the short pin, actually, which I think is like hole 12. It's like a little flex backhand through this, and it's sitting like just behind on the left side. I don't know how much you'll see this. I'm probably just gonna go wide backhand hyzer just to get something open. I'd rather not smash into this rock right here. So wide backhand hyzer, find the basket, take a 3. Just fine. Yeah, I hope I circle back around and play this hole because I would love to like actually try to throw that line there. All right, that was another good, probably 7 minutes I'd give it to find this basket. Basically what you have to do, I figured it out now, which took me well long enough. So like I just played 7, or I'm playing 7, but it's 12 short. So you just have to look at where the next basket is. So we're playing the 13 shorts basket now. So whatever hole you're playing, you're just looking for the next hole, like the short pin location's basket of the same, you know what I mean? It might be confusing, but I'm understanding it now. We're playing right behind this tree, this guy right here. Haven't thrown a mid yet today, so we're gonna just throw the pyro, because why not? It's way too far, way too wide. Bummer. Yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking throwing this so hard, but here we are. Easy 4, I guess. Easy 3. Oh, dang it. All right, I have hole 8 and 9. There's 9 pro layout tees. I just have to get through these 2. And then I think we'll probably just circle back and play the back 9 from the short pin. So like I'll play to the same basket just from the short pin or something. I can't wait for that because I'm pretty tired of this right now. This flow is awful. Oh, thank goodness, my aim so bad there. Spike hyzer's gonna have to be like up, and it's almost gonna have to start coming backwards at the end of the flight. That's so tight on there. All right, a lot of luck going into this one here. I assume it's that way. Haven't seen it yet. Gonna go justice, just high, smooth, air on the side along, play back towards the basket. We can still get a par. Didn't hear chains, unfortunately. I would love to just make this easier. All right, definite par incoming. I am way short. Oh, I keep pulling everything. Good funnel, jeez. All right, we are now closing in on 2 hours here in 3 minutes. We'll be playing 2 hours. I am just to the last hole on the front 9, hole 9. And of course, it's 818-foot par 4. No idea where the basket's at, am I right? There is an arrow that points to the left. That's the first one I've seen today, so that's kind of a nice indicator. It's all right. I think the only thing, I would not be complaining if they had a pro layout on UDisc where it took you to those tee pads, but they just have one layout and it says the recreational, and then you just have to kind of guess if you're playing the long. So if you come out here, and I'll probably say this later, if you ever make your way out to western Montana, or I guess we're eastern Montana because we're right about North Dakota, eastern Montana, and you want to play this course, by all means, come play it. Do not play the pro layout, or if you do play the pro layout, have at least 2 or 3 people with you. Do not do this by yourself. Yeah, it's so far. Oh my gosh. Okay, I threw that. That had to be over 400. That was cool. All right, I don't think you can see me. I think I see my head, but going right up to this basket up here, I pumped that. That was a big shot. Did get some help kind of playing down, but should be a birdie if I can throw a good shot here. Oh, jeez, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Absolutely brutal. Just gotta get it on top. Oh, Loki almost went in. All right, does anyone know the best way to like crack these guys open? Because I'm like 99% sure there's gonna be a fossil inside of this guy, and I really want to find out, but I obviously don't have anything like hard enough right now. Obviously you can't, I'll be long gone by the time you answer this question, but maybe I'll figure it out. All right, we have been here before. Now we're playing hole 10. I just want to play a game with you guys, all right? So I started at 9:30. It is now 11:45. So that is what? 2:15, 2 hours, 15 minutes to play the front nine alone. It usually takes me, and this course is just over 5,000 feet. It usually takes me about 2.5 hours to play the normal course. But the game is 2:15 to play the front nine. Also, by the way, you finish all the way over there, hole 9, hole 10 is the complete opposite side. Terrible course layout. If you come out here, I cannot stress this enough, do not play the pro holes. Just play the recreational. You will have way more fun and you will literally save hours. Do not play the pro holes. Hole 10, 152, sorry, the game, I'm just on a rant now. The game, 2:15 to play the front nine. We're gonna see basically how quickly I can get through the back nine. I'm going for maybe just over an hour. I'm gonna see if I can play it in an hour less time, starting now. Starting with an ace. Beautiful, that's parked, let's move on. All right, the hilarity of this course ensues. On the tee pad, I have this thing on the tripod where I can crank it up and you can kind of get a better angle. I did that. I was cranking it back down, it fell off. So now literally the tripod is like 1,000,000 feet in the air. Love that. Let's get a birdie here. Great. That hole took about 2 minutes from start to finish there. All right, hole 11, 404, par 4. It's the one where I thought I threw up on the hill. It was down low. Just gonna be a flat shot that hyzers back in. That might be parked, holy cow. All right, I was short. Probably still in circle though, and it's actually, UDisc says 426, so this was probably about 400 feet. Oh boy. This is the cool one, little Annie. I'm gonna go Pyro, 180. Gotta hit that gap, and then, I mean, if you get through clean, I think you're right by the basket. It's actually kind of a tight angle there. All right, this plays a lot longer than I thought. Come on, nope. All right, I'm just updating scores on UDisc. That was a par 11, was a 426 par 4. So I actually got an eagle on that hole. I'll take that. Hole 12, I just got a 3 on. Hole 13, we're looking at 303. It's the same one behind that tree over to the left. I'm gonna throw Pyro again because I kind of sent it last time, so it's like a redemption shot. Go! I am right behind that tree. All right, basket just on the other side of this. Kind of scary putt here because it's probably just gonna roll down the hill. Nope, it's set. All right, hole 14, 304, you're just playing, you can see the tee sign of the next one. You're just playing something just big, hyzer, crashes in. Just time update, I started hole 10 at 11:43, I think it was. It is now 11:59, so I've played 10, 11, 12, 13. I played 4 holes in, what is that? Like 30 minutes, 36 minutes. So we could get out of here just over an hour. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Get over. That almost went in. Yeah, this one would have been a cool ace. Wouldn't have been able to see it from the camera, but still. All right, hole 17, 244. It's the one that just shoots all the way, but I don't have a good angle to set you. I'm actually gonna go, I think, over the top this way. I'll probably play it pretty tight on this side, but it just has to crash hard. Nope. It's gonna be pretty much where my justice was, I think. All right, I either needed something more stable, or you probably could just go like mid or something, like flat over the top, but jump putt this down there, probably take a 3. Come on. All right, we're kind of scorching this back 9, not only in time, but score. We are 4 down through 5 on the back 9 with an eagle and a crazy jump putt there. Hole, what are we on, 15 now? It says 322 on UDisc. It only says 228 on the T sign. So I'm just gonna go Captain's Raptor, stable, hit it hard because it's not gonna go very far. Didn't hear chains. I think if I get this higher, we're good. I kind of threw it too low, so I didn't really have time to get over. We're basically right off the tee pad of 17, I think it is. But this is obviously well within range. Ooh, I wanted that one. All right, hole 16, 331. Just another hyzer. Definitely would rather err on being left, because if you remember, I think it was maybe 8. I ended up down at the bottom there, so just err on left side. That's a lot of hyzer. Get down. All right, well, I definitely erred on the left side. That was at H3. I kind of thought that would flip up in the headwind, but maybe it was too much hyzer. Definitely too much hyzer on this guy. We're just gonna go up with the Ricky putter because it's kind of headwinds. I just want something that's gonna be stable. Oh, jeez. Well, I didn't really have footing to jump. I would have liked to. That's tough. Get up. Dang it. If I was on flat ground, that would have went in. All right, I think I got off on my numbers. That was, I think I said hole 16. It was actually hole 17. I'll probably have it right on the screen, but we're on hole 18, 235. Sitting on top there, really, really cool hole. Rollaway potential definitely has to be there. Slight headwind, but I think I'm just gonna go pyro because if I land short, I can just kind of pitch up, tap it apart, and then go sit down. I'll do it at the end. I'll do it once I tap out and I'll go straight to the van so we can get the official timing for the back 9. Just as I suspected, oh. Okay, I'm actually glad that hit. If I threw that higher, I feel like that's like scorching past the basket. All right, that's it. I'm gonna get through this as quickly as possible. One, I started, the front 9, I started at 9:30 and I finished at what, like 11? Well, I started the back 9 at 11:43. So that took me 2 hours and 15 minutes just to play the front 9 alone. I'm now sitting in the van. It is 2:24. So that took me about 45-ish minutes, I think, to play, or probably about an hour maybe, to play the back 9 alone. So if you come out here, do not play the pro tees. I cannot stress that enough. Do not play the pro tees unless you have people with you to help you look. But even still, it's going to be a 3-hour round, probably minimum, especially if you have multiple people. So that being said, let's get into the ratings. One, starting with the course name, I have down an 8.5 Makoshika State Park. Not technically part of the name, but it's still cool, so I'm giving it that. But the Buccaneer Flats is what the actual name is. But the Makoshika State Park, kind of like, it's all to the one thing, so I'm kind of keeping it the same. I actually really like the name. Redeeming quality for sure of the course, so 8.5 there. Accessibility is, it's in a state park, so you do have to pay to get in here. It was $8. Now, If you're paying $8 to come do the trails and whatever, heck yeah. At $8 to play this course, heck no, okay? And I know that might sound harsh, and I'm sure my feelings would be different had I played the recreational full 18. Just flow, timing, everything would have been better about it. But for that, what do I have here? I have a 7.8, which honestly could be lower just based on the course, but I think 7.8 is pretty fair without being like too harsh. All right, up next is the quality of the course. Not super good, to be honest with you. And I'm actually gonna change my answer here. I think because it's a state park and like you're not really supposed to like mess with the nature and all that stuff, so I don't know if there's really anything they can do per se. I also don't know how much traffic they get on this course, so I don't know, you know, if they just don't really maintain it because there's never really a lot of people playing it. So I'm not sure, but I think for that, I'm actually changing my answer and I'm gonna drop it down a couple to a 7.5. Really not super good condition, but the quality of the course also goes to the flow of the course. Terrible if you play the pros. Okay, if you play the pro tees, terrible flow. Again, play the recreational layout if you come out here, please. I'm like begging you, do not waste your time trying to play the pro tees. It doesn't make it any more fun. It honestly makes it worse, okay? So just play the recreational tees. Lastly, my overall enjoyment. I'm gonna put this in two parts, the front nine and the back nine, right? It's gonna be one score, but the front nine, it wasn't bad, okay? I didn't hate the holes. Again, the flow of the course and looking for discs, everything was just brutal about it, all right? 2 hours and 15 minutes for a front nine is abysmal. And that's not me, I didn't play bad, you know what I mean? I didn't throw like incredible shots on some of the holes, but just finding the disc was the hardest part of the day and the most annoying part of this whole thing. So the back nine, however, played faster, played smoother, easy to find the tee pads, easy to find the baskets. Love it. You know what I mean? I could do that again for sure. So I think I'm gonna have to go flat 8 and basically just cancel out a really bad score with a good score. I think that's fair. It honestly probably could be lower, but again, given the scenery, like I did have fun playing the course. I just hated looking for the discs and the baskets, and that part was just super annoying. But as far as like beautiful day, it's like 60 degrees, cloudy. The landscape is just incredible. So like, I mean, this place is super, super awesome, but I think 8.0 is a very fair score. All right, the average of the score is 7.95. I don't remember if that's last place. I'll put them all up there. I think Kansas might still be below that potentially. It might be tied, I don't know. Either way, you'll see them all up there, but 7.95, not a great score at all. It's based on my ratings, it's pretty tough to not be in the 8th. So if you're in the 7th, then something, you know, something's wrong here. So that's it. We are off to North Dakota. We got a long drive to North Dakota. That was the frustrating part. I got a long drive, and this course took way longer. I saw it was like 50 something, 100 feet. I was like, oh, yeah, we can just tear through this. Not the case. So long drive. We'll be in North Dakota next Friday. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. If you're subscribed to us already or you just happen to be watching this video, I want to say thank you. I know it may not seem like I had a good time today, but the fact that I have this opportunity to come play the #1 course in all 50 states in the US, pretty incredible, and that's super special to me, and that's because of you guys following along. So I really do appreciate that, but that is all I got for you. Ozark Mountain Disc to the moon.